Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich as Canada. Let us continue off where we last left off. So, we're going to be going to war with the CSA. Like in now? A week from now? I really don't feel like we need to fortify any of these territories though, because they're not really what's directly on the front line. Send 2,000 rifles to the USA. We at least have like a handful more than we did before. Let's see. Hopefully this works out okay. And that our intervention was not a major mistake. But we'll find out in 4 more days. CSA, please stay on your side of the map. I've noticed that you are kind of expanding into the north, making our front line a little bit longer, which is horrible. But I'm sure that's okay. Okay, we're now at war with you. I'll call in all of our allies. And now, maybe while we're at war, we should try to make our industry less complete garbage. And we're still at 20.8, right? That's still not enough for you. No, it is not. So, it is a war that they wanted. You're not in the war. Thank you for being involved in the war. France, you are also not in the war. Please join into the war. Thank you, everybody, for being involved and coming out today. Like, do they have military access through me as well? Yes. Finland has joined the Reichspakt. No, we don't have naval superiority over the naval seaboard. It's like, what's your problem? Like, why won't you do a naval invasion? Okay, so you guys are doing an attack. Honestly, it's like not what I wanted you to really do, but I wanted these guys to go to their naval operation. We don't have information about the eastern seaboard. Even though it looks like we should. Friendly superiority 17,000. Enemies is like 1,000. So if you could explain to me how we have 0%, I would love to hear it, because those numbers, to me at least, do not seem like they're adding up. Move into this province here. We have taken Newark. You can maybe get this guy out of New York City. I just don't. I'm gonna save and reload because I have no idea why that. Like, that number's, like, it's wrong, right? Like, there's no way that is the correct figure there. We'll load this back up. See if there was some other issue that I was unaware of. I'm not too sure if there was or not, but doesn't hurt to try. No, even though our number is just bigger than theirs, it does not count as having any superiority in the region. Fantastic. Yeah, you guys have shore bombardment. Fearing and shore bombardment is minus 25%. You're taking a negative 50% penalty. We got some guys trying to do a naval crossing, which is typically not fantastic for us. But that's okay. Like, we should be relatively well to defend, unless we're taking some pretty bad modifiers, which I don't think we should be. You're just a militia troop, and militia troops are, in general, garbage. Got 150 planes in this region. Let's cover it with some more supplies. Yeah, so we can see the Americans are putting some troops into this region. Like, you would like to join our faction. Like, if we could invite you, you would say yes, but unfortunately, you're not able to quite yet. Maybe one day, but I don't know when that day would come. Any air superiority penalties, like, it's only a 1% air superiority penalty, but still. It's just 0%. No idea why. But okay, you know what? If you think we have 0%, then I guess we have 0%. So what do I know? I'm not a scientist or anything like that. Got some American troops coming into this region to help us out. America, how many men do you have again? 41 to 120. Like, you do have more. I'm hoping that we have some allies coming in to support us in this attack. They did abandon Detroit. I feel like that could prove to be useful. We did lose a destroyer against the CSA, which is a little bit of a shame, but what can you do about that? Yeah, New York City doesn't seem like it wants to fall. It would be nice if it did fall, but I don't know if it will. So what's stopping you guys from deploying a handful of units? Okay, let's get these guys on the front lines, please and thank you. Okay, we created the IEDC. Political power as the IEDC pool. Well, we're just trying to get some sort of economic recovery here because we got some problems with it, for sure. And how much longer for, about a month. Okay, so as soon as, we open the federal relief camps, we can take full control of the country. Yeah, I'm hoping that the Americans can actually at least destroy this small little pocket down here. Because that would help us a decent amount. Go back to Buffalo. Does New York City have a port in it? It does. Level 6 port. That's pretty good. The French, I can see, have a bunch of troops in this region. They're not really willing to do anything about that. Like, you're not anything to me, right? Not the Dutch. Yeah, you're not. You are a federal colony. You are technically my puppet state, apparently. Excellent. So I'm going to take your men. throw you under a different army led by this dude, and your job is to come here. You will be the yellow army. All of you, please make your way to this front line. You are important to the war effort. Each and every single one of you. Is this considered 2 front lines now? I think it is. Where are you going? You're here. Okay. I mean, just even having the CSA have to fight on 2 fronts does make this easier for the Americans. They're still doing significantly worse than I would have liked them to do. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. At least they'll have this area under control. Are you anything to me? You're also like a puppet. So all of you, please join up with the yellow line, please and thank you. Get to like, look how many men France has sent to our front lines, but yet they're doing absolutely nothing with it. A real shame. Still 1937. The radio we can get for free, but it might just give us you whatever the next level on this tree is. And right now, I think that's kind of important. Okay. I mean, they've lost significantly more men than we have. They have about 1 million deployed manpower. They have about 1 million manpower left in reserve. We basically know nothing about the United States or its army. Seems like it might be a problem, but, you know, for right now, we can safely ignore it, I believe. Don't have any points into here. Just get this basic stuff done. Okay, so New York City's about to fall. It is a core state, and I believe the federal government should be able to raise militias out of it. Unsurprisingly, that is going to help us out a decent amount. Send our cavalry division back here. How many men are these kind of garbage militia brigades? 6 of them. 200 rifles in reserve. Cancel Infantry Division 3. Or 2, I should say. Hobbits, there and back again. A delightful little story. Thank you, J.R.R. Tolkien, for an excellent book. The Yellow Army has now arrived. More of Montreal. I got some important things I'm trying to work out right now. If you could just stop with the trying to kill me, that would be swell. I know you're probably not likely to actually do it, but if you could, for at least a little bit, I would be appreciative. I do think this is definitely helping out the United States, though. I think they would be doing worse if we were not here. We want to at least, let's see if we can connect these front lines. The French have landed invasion troops here for some unknown reason. .422. I mean, they definitely have gained territory. Like, they've gained ground for sure. But yeah, it might not be all bad. I mean, that is a tank right there, which might prove to be a little bit dangerous. But I'm sure it's a-okay. You're definitely dead, right? Like, you don't have any, you have nothing anywhere to help us out. Yeah, you guys just hang out in the north. Your attack is really not fantastic, is it? No, in fact, I would go on record and say that it's pretty bad. Where Ghost has fallen. Not fantastic for us, because we do want the Carlist to win. Because the Carlist, no matter what, join the Entente. I don't think they can actually join up with the Reichspakt. Which, unsurprisingly, benefits us. Something like this. I'm almost thinking, like, I could send Blue Army to just be on this front and, let's say, try to push our way through, like, Detroit. We can actually assign you under a different admiral, or a different general entirely. You can be the Red Army. Send you down here. Hope that the New England line can just kind of hold itself for a bit. Which I'm hoping it's able to. I mean, we can see Australia sending some troops over here. France had troops here. Maybe they moved them at some point. I'm not too sure. My hope, of course, is that they did. Let's upgrade some of this stuff here. Like, I just understand, like, why is our attack so bad right now? Terrain Knights, River Crossing. I guess those are all reasonable problems to have. We now actually can now assert royal prerogatives. Full dictatorship mode, here we come. Hopefully that'll quell the current Quebec situation. That's the plan, at least. Invite people into the IEDC. No, invite the French first. New England, I don't know how much longer they're actually going to be in the faction for. Hello. Random rebels who are now just kind of near Vancouver, which is kind of a problem. But if we just ignore you for long enough, the problem will go away. Okay, so the French Republic has agreed to join in. I don't even... Okay, there actually is a river crossing here. It's just hidden by the border. Invite our puppet state in. They should say yes because they are our puppet state. Or at least I hope they would. Given the situation. You guys have joined in as well. War propaganda and war support were already maxed out, so I'm not worried about that at all. Let's... We don't control British Columbia, so we can't actually reinforce that right now. Well, next, who's the next big country we want? Probably India. You know, if we bust through here first, we can get us around on Detroit. It's probably the best way we can actually get this done. India has joined. Beautiful. Of course, we don't want them to lose control. We don't lose control of New York City. And you should hopefully be in your spot soon. Even still, like, the river crossing is a bitch to fight through. How many planes are in this region? Absolutely none? Okay. Well, we're not going to be doing any advances on that front anymore, so if you could just... move your way in this region, please and thank you. about to break our way through. Take over all of Michigan, please and thank you. In fact, Blue Army, you don't even come down here. Like, if you're on that front, you're actually in red. Blue line, you're just focused on this northern part. Yes, and this is all one combined front. Are they actually going to leave Detroit? It would be nice if they did. But I don't know if they will. Well, you know what? Let's just shoot them out of Detroit. That also works out quite well in my experience. Yeah, this line can hold the north all on its own, I imagine. Yeah, they immediately sent 1,000,000 men to try to stop us, but if we can take Detroit first, that should hopefully, I think, give us control of Michigan as like a state, because we have more enough of the territory there. Okay, Hawaii is joining the Reichspakt. I think that is fine. Yeah, the AI's kind of abandoned New England. They don't want to be here anymore now that now that Detroit's falling. They want to deal with the Detroit situation. They are really wanting to deal with the Detroit situation. Like, that is not an exaggeration. They want to send as many men to this region as they possibly can. Again, hopefully that's kind of clearing out the whole somewhere else. Okay, Kaiserreich war is going on. No real need to worry about that, I think. And right now, the CSA shouldn't have access to foreign goods. Yes, we're sending some more men in this direction. New England. Please give me your extra horse. Thank you very much. I appreciate the horse support. Trenton looks like it should fall, which would be nice. We can at least link it to Philadelphia. Right now, the CSA is at 61% capitulation. We have taken over most of the major cities. I said that's not even true. We're about to take over Detroit. Shrink the front line down here, of course. Red, I think I actually want you to last stand, at least for right now. And Parliament has been suspended. Exerting royal prerogatives, King Edward has taken the unprecedented move to suspend the Canadian Parliament and establish a military government. Though on the surface the King is acting through the Conservative Party Prime Minister and his cabinet, it's clear that the British exiles are now firmly, even if unofficially, in charge of the country. The King's action is widely seen as one born of an emergency and a temporary measure intended to get Canada through the war and the home island's final reclamation. Demonstrations against the King were half-hearted and quickly put down by security forces. Only a handful of newspapers laminated that Canada was a colony once more. Ability goes down. King is even less popular. That's okay. 23% stability. Can you be even less unpopular than Abysmal? You're actually more popular now. You were at Abysmal, now you're at very low. We still got to suppress Quebec. Conscription policies, emergency draft. Expand the labor camps. Well, let's just keep on suppressing Quebec. But I think now is going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So thanks everybody for watching. My name is Anthem. If you've enjoyed, thumbs up. Not enjoyed, thumb down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.